Hello folks, today's presentation will be for a couple reasons. It will be a budget showdown between Taurus G3C and Kahr CW45. I did a tabletop budget showdown, Taurus versus Kahr, G3C versus CW45 about a year ago, and now we'll do a range review. And the other reason is because I had a horrible experience with Kahr Customer Service. It would really take up too much time to go into. It might have to be a separate video, but I got it back, and I got it back with a new slide. And finally, this is what they look like with magazines in. Okay, 12+1 9mm, 6+1 45 stock OEM magazine. Now empty. Now empty. Okay, so anyway, these are budget options. They might be a first gun option. They might be a good option for particular reasons for new shooters. And look at more at the tabletop. But a Kahr is actually a double action only, long but very light, 5.5 to 6 pound. Double action only, light but long trigger pull on every shot. And so old timers and NYPD guys back in the 90s and stuff, this was the first like slim single stack carry pistols before that became a thing. And revolver shooters tend to like the Kahr crisp, light, smooth trigger. Newer striker fired guys may not like that very long reset. The Taurus G3C, also a long trigger pull. It's light, and then you hit a wall, but it's very light. It's a very nice trigger. In fact, the double action, when it gets heavier, is still a very good trigger and good enough for some dry fire practice with the laser cartridge, which I pointed out in videos before, and people have used it. This has not been a pistol for carry, but it was used at one point just as a dry fire because that second strike where striker fired second strike capability without having to run the slide again. Now, quality control and customer service with both companies has been questionable in the past. Quality control has gotten better with Taurus. The customer service is still meh. I've had some bad phone calls recently and some good phone calls recently, so it kind of depends who you get. Color experience was not very good, and that is something to consider. And I was getting mag drops if you look at my 357 Magnum versus 45 Part 3 video. Those weren't the first mag drops that I had gotten. I had gotten it a year earlier and stopped carrying it when I made a practical carry video. I didn't put it in the video because I thought it was a fluke, but it had been happening more and more where I couldn't trust it for carry. Well, I'm really unhappy about that, and emails and weeks go by, emails get ignored, customer service and marketing to both. Had to personally contact the head of marketing, and then things still don't get done, and then they still won't send me the label. They need a day to print it out. I got to go to FedEx twice, and I got to pay for it myself by giving $25 directly to Kahr. I can't even do it through FedEx like they want me to. And they were going to send it back and saying, oh, no mag drops. And then I'm like, can you please at least replace the magazine button and the magazine latch spring or whatever you want to call it? Because that's been an issue for over 20 years with the flux and a strong grip and the recoil and the certain amount of play in the magazines. Anyway, it's been a pain in the butt. And luckily, I kind of got them to do that. And then they go, oh, it's got light primer strikes. So not only would it drop mags, but it might not go bang when I needed it to go bang. They put a new slide on it. So this is a new slide. So I'm like, wait a minute, why isn't my front sight painted orange? It's not. And I'm like, oh, I look at the details. They put in a new slide because of light primer strikes. They were about to send it back to me before going, oh, yeah, let's run some more. And then, oh, yeah, no, it's got light primer strikes. So, and only a year warranty, they probably wouldn't have taken care of me if I wasn't a YouTuber. So if it fits your particular niche, your particular needs, maybe, but something to consider. But if you're on a budget, the longer trigger pulls, the fact that this has a safety, so maybe for a woman for purse carry, and not that that's awesome, but in a dedicated concealed carry purse with a safety on, easy to swipe off safety, and at least it's a longer, though light, still a striker, but at least it's a longer take up for a little bit safety. Same thing here. It's light, but at least it's long, which gives you a little bit more safety, like if a woman was carrying it in some kind of special yoga pants, jogging pants, concealed carry pants, or something like that. If she was a little more experienced, and if she was less experienced, it's got the safety newer shooters tend to want, even though I don't train them that way. Here, and now this in 2 different women's hands with hollow points. It has had some limperous jams on 124 gold dot and on 124 plus P golden saber. So if I was handing it to a woman, I'd give 115 grain silver tip. Not my favorite ammo, but Paul Harrell just tested a new batch, and that didn't seem to have any jams with their potential lip wristing. I haven't gotten any jams. But potential lip wristing, careful with hollow point selection is what I'm saying. I will use 185 on this, so let's get going.